Hello all, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to do an I need to do this myself at home hair trim and layer. I am doing this on my hair, so uh, my hair is not as thick as you would think it is. It's actually like uh, all my hair total is literally this right here. So don't get too excited. Like if you have thin hair, cool, this will work. If you have thick hair, I'll have to explain a little bit about my technique and differences in the technique that you might actually struggle with. So without further ado, okay, so now normally I would suggest like two hair ties, but right now I'm only got one, so I'm gonna rock it with that and see just how it goes. Um, Mind you, this is for straight thin hair. If you have thicker hair, I'm not 100% sure what the outcome will be, but if you get a great outcome, hey, post your link on my video and let's share an experience here. So there's the way that I'm doing this. What you're gonna need is you're gonna need a comb. You're going to need hair cutting scissors, but you're also going to need thinning scissors. They're the ones with the teeth right here. And you can get these at Sally's. You can get them at Walmart. I have found them at Walmart and been able to order them off Walmart, so that was nice. And then I have the one hairband, which I should have two, but you know what? I can make it work. I can make it work. And then you need a spray bottle, or at least get your hair damp before doing this. I find that I have a slight wave in my hair, and I have gotten lengths wrong because the hair was dry. I just find hair when it's wet to a lot more easier to manage. So that's what you need. So the first step to this process that I'm going to do is I want to look where my nose is and go straight down and cut my hairline in half so it's even on each side. And then I'm going to take my hairband and I'm going to tie that off. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to be using my hair spray or my hair water bottle spray water. God, I'm having a moment thingy. And I'm going to be, wow, this one does not work very well. Thank you, Walmart. Walmart sells the shittiest as fuck water bottles, but there's one that has like there's one that has like a diamond on it and it works really well, and I should have just gotten like a ton of those and I didn't. And that's, very annoying for me, but this one's also like the sprayer's broke, so I can only use like the real hardcore sprayer on it, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, don't, if you buy a water spray bottle from Walmart and it has a diamond shape like on it, most likely it will work. You buy one like this and you're gonna just be sorry. So I don't have to damp in it. I just want it wetted down so I can get a better idea. So next stage is obviously gonna be going right down the middle. I'm gonna be able to separate that really well, get that really even. Now that I've wet my hair, now it's turning into like fun, yay, let's go nuts. Thin, fragile hair. But actually, my hair is getting a lot better. I do have a Hollywood Hair Bar review on here that I'm still using, still enjoying, and I haven't had as much breakage. And just trying to grow my hair out. And my main issue with growing my hair out is I'm having a real experience with it. And a lot of it, I was dyeing it, and a lot of the dyes like damaged it over time, and now it's just needing a trim. It's just needing an uplift. It needs some TLC, you know what I'm saying? And some of these ends were seriously fried. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to cut off all the blue, like the blue hair, but probably here, I'm thinking about like a good, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches is what I'm thinking for a trim for me today. And then when I do the layering, I will show you how to do that. Oop, I just threw that back. I didn't mean to. Okay, so from here, I'm just using my fingers. Doesn't have to be the most perfect thing in the world. But I strive sometimes for perfection, I guess. And like I said, I have very thick hair. Now, here's the thing about this technique that I just want to show to you really quickly here is a lot of people do this technique, but when they do it and they do it in fours. So they would separate their hair like so, and then have one behind here and have one there and try to cut it doing this method. It came out uneven, and every time I've seen everyone else do it, it's came out uneven too. And I don't quite understand. I'm not a beautician, so I don't understand if this is a thing with having thin hair versus thick hair or something like that, which is why I am concerned that this particular style would affect thicker hair. But sometimes you just gotta I'm going to just show you what I got. And like I said, if you give this a try and it works out, please post your video. I'll shout out, holla, what up? How's it going? I love reviewing products. You want to send me some PR? Like, hey, what up? Anywho, so with me, yes, I am going to tie off this one side here for now, just to get it out of the way. I mean, honestly, I could probably do this without really tying off my hair, but I don't know, it does make it easier. So I'm going to judge it from the front first. And I'm going to look, and I want to take off about that much. I'm going to get a pretty good eyeball. So about 2.5 inches. Now here's the trick to cutting it. I had a lot of times where I would cut it like here. Sometimes if I'm trying to even the two sides, I will cut it right here. But when I first start the cut, it's really important to look at your ear level and then go out from the ear level and then cut it. Like I'm really pulling the hair, making sure none of my waves are coming out. Take my big comb and kind of like just make it, yep, that's what I want. All the pieces, please. Thank you. I'm going to bring it out to my side. Okay. So bringing it out to the side, taking the comb, taking my fingers, and bringing it out until I get to that part, which is right about there. And this part always makes me hellaciously nervous. And snip. Now I'm going to just make sure. Yep. Now I'm going to let it throw it to the front so it lays like right there. And now I'm going to do this to the other side. And then when I'm done doing it to the other side, I'm going to try to even match them. So here we go. Taking this side. Oh boy. Hollywood hair bar, it's funny too because now I can actually feel it getting a little thicker like up here versus down here, and just, yeah, I really had a moment with it for sure. My poor hair's been through a lot in life. I went through a hormone change that was just crazy. I think one of my episodes I addressed it quite inappropriately through a certain episode, but you know what? I feel like you go through those things in life, and sometimes you just gotta rant about it on your channel, you know what I mean? So I'm checking to make sure it's to the side. I have it pulled tight. I'm going to pull it to that level where I had the other side at, and then I'm going to cut. Mind you, I am eyeballing the length right now, and I'm also trying to drop the hair on my desk. Who heard of a hairstylist trying, being a perfectionist? Now, mind you, if it looks a little bit choppy right now, it's okay. Don't have a panic attack. You're fine. Now, this is the part where you're really going to be looking at it straight on, okay? And what you want to be doing is you just really do want a crisp, clean line, because we can actually fix it even if it looks like a kind of chopped look. But cutting it to the side just gives it that little bit extra of a feather look at the ends that I kind of enjoy. So that's sort of where I'm at. Now, when you're cutting, you always want to remember to cut a little bit below where you're aiming for. Because here's the thing, if you cut too much, you're just gonna have to keep going. You cut too little, it's okay. You can work with that. And that's the goal you want there. So, I'm gonna bring out a ruler straight up. Maybe have a ruler. See, like this side to me is maybe a tiny bit higher than this side. So I am going to take off a bit more on that side, I think. Oh, it already feels so much better on the ends. Like I'm really happy with that. I'm just trying to get it that height, and I don't want it, like I said, I don't take off a lot. You just want to take off little by little, trim it down to that perfect height that you want, and this is feeling really good for me right now. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my handy dandy thinning scissors. Oh yeah, these are my blessings. Now on this part, I do separate the hair into sections as I go. So I do like a small little section. Let's say I'm going to probably start up at the blue part here and then just trim my way down here like so. I'm going to take a little section, take it up to the blue, and just trim my way down as I go. And then you're just going to do that all the way through the ends, like so. And then again, so my blue is probably like 3 inches, so that's about what I go for, about the 3 inches marking you see there. That yes, I took hair out. It took hair out, collecting my hair to the side. So now the scrutiny starts, and the scrutiny part is just basically looking at it, making sure that's the same length and that you're happy with the length, and making, having that little OCD moment. Okay, is it fine? Because there's going to be a lot of like head turning moments where you're feeling like, oh no, it's not matching up. So what I do is just brush my hands through my hair real quick, make sure I got all the hair down. I'm already seeing a ton of flyaways on this end that I'm not particularly happy about. And I'm also going to do a thing with these scissors where you take them going up and you just thin it out just a tiny little itty bit. But like I told you, I had those flyaways and they were like, you're trimming your hair, you ain't getting no flyaways. Trying to get rid of the flyaways. There we go. Then I'm going to go to this side and see if there's any, which there are quite a few flyaways. So I'm just going to kind of nip tuck it, not nip tuck it, well, that's a horrible reference. But I also haven't done this side with the thinning, so let's do it. So going down with the thinning scissors. I love these thinning scissors. They just make the difference. And even though I have thin hair, and I'm not trying to, it gives it more texture and makes it so it doesn't look like you cut your hair with kitchen scissors. You know what I'm saying? It gives it that texture and that nice feel, and definitely doesn't do so much boxed, choppy look, which I really enjoy. Because sometimes, you can go too hard with it and it'll just have like a severe box choppy look. And I think that thinning it out a bit makes it look more natural. So, doing my last inspection. I'm really happy with this length. There we go. You know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this length. I'm thinking that I got it as close as possible, really. I'm really enjoying this length that I have here. So the real test is seeing what it looks like when you put your hair back. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a quick picture. I'm going to share it with you all. Okay, seriously, I had a little issue with some editing, so sorry about the picture, but I guess you get the idea. So here's the picture of what it looks like right now. Now, I also want to add some layers to it, so we all want to know how that's done. Let's figure it out. Okay, so if you're all about length, that pretty much did it. So that's what I do for the longness, and I'm trying to grow my hair out. So I didn't want to take off too much, you know. I haven't cut my hair in a year, so there was a lot of growth, and I honestly didn't take off that as much as normal. So I think I'm happy with it. I like it, but I definitely want a little bit more layers. And even though it's thin, this is really helpful. I've also seen this work on thicker hair, but mind you, when you do the thicker hair, you gotta, you know, you, you know. Anywho, first thing you're gonna need, your little handy dandy hairband, and you're gonna need a brush because you're gonna make sure you get this tight. You want it really, really tight. So, how do you do it? Do you say you throw your hair over and, oh my God, okay. Throw your hair over, start making sure nothing's tangled. Anything tangled, or if you have curly hair, I would highly suggest straightening your hair before trying this. Doesn't matter if it's dry or wet. I feel like I get better results when it's a bit wet. So, I think it's preference also. My hair gets very tangly. Oh, yeah, it gets tangly. Not so tangly, but it gets really, really fragile when water hits it. I'm like, holy crap, my hair would just break off. Not anymore. The root part's real strong. I'm talking about the ends where I bleached the crap out of it. Anyway. Oh, Lord, my back. Okay, so the look you want to do, you want to make sure it's flat. Everything's even. Everything feels good. And you're going to take it. Oh, right there in a moment. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to tie that. I'm thinking about my ears right here, so I'm focusing on the ears when I'm trying to center it. But you want it right on the top of your head. Oh, Lord. See, I sat up at the critical moment there when I'm tying it off because of my back. Oh, Lord. There we go. And boop. You know what? I don't know if it's as forward as I want it. So let's try again. Okay. Just adjusting it. I do like it a lot more forward. Like right here, it shows really cute layers in the front. I appreciate that. Now, if you look at my end, it's not all blue. You see the blue kind of like goes up here. What I want to do is I want to cut the end of my ponytail. Yes, on top of the head ponytail. Now, if you have thick hair, let me just say right now that putting it in sections, doing this actually does work. And you don't have as many mistakes as trying to go this way about it. So I would highly suggest, you could put it up in 4 sections, like 2 here, 2 here, or 1 in the middle. And then as you lift it up, you just cut it straight across. So because my hair, actually doing this, I have to admit my hair gets pretty wretchedly thick. My hair gets pretty thick. So what you want to do is you're just going to pull it tight. You're going, I'm going to cut off, I'm thinking about that much. Yep, right there. I did this with the wrong hand. I'm left-handed and I'm holding it with my left hand. That's not going to help. Yeah, make sure not to hold it with your right hand, you know what I mean? Because you gotta be cutting this. So let's try this. I'm thinking Bam, like yes, that much. You want to take at least 4 inches off to get that really nice noticeable layer. Because if you get too scared about it and you're like, oh no, I don't want to do this, then it's not going to really be as much. So bam, took it off. I didn't cut off too much, but you know what I mean. I did take it off. I took it off, yeah. So, took it off. Now I'm going to bring it back up again, just one more time, just to make sure that I really cut it even, because, you know, you always get them issues, and I feel like I did. So I'm also going to take the scissors, and as it's fanned out kind of like this, I'm going to go across and just kind of cut here and there, like into it a little bit. Give it the nice defined layer, because I'll tell you, if you throw your hair down, you'd be throwing it back up to do this whole process again to make it more layered, because this is what you need to have it when you do this. Really makes a big difference. I'm shedding all over myself. Anywho, now I'm going to take my handy dandy thinning scissors as well. I'm going to go take it back up and trolls in the building. Oh, don't get me for copyright. Okay, so take it about there. That's feeling good. The end right here I'm not happy with, so I'm going to kind of go ham on it for a second. And then I'm just going to take it in and give it that nice, good little thinning. I really like thinning it. I really like feathering it, because then it doesn't look bad. It looks professional. It looks nice. I love it. I've always had a good turnout with this hair, and honestly, I haven't even like had anyone cut my hair in so long, because now that I've got it here, you know, you gotta think about COVID. COVID's real, and this new strain out is like crazy. And you know, if you're trying to be safe, like I am, not leave your house, and just accept that the world's become a very scary and very real place right now. You know, that's where I'm at with it, definitely. Ooh, it's kind of looking cool with all those colors. I love it. All right, the big, maybe take a second look. I always get nervous, but it always comes out so great. I love it, and I'm afraid like one time I'm gonna do that one reveal and be like, ah! No, it's not. Don't think like that. Don't think like that, Raven. Okay, here it, poosh, and here it goes. I'm trying to find my original hairline real quickly here. I took a picture before doing this hairstyle, so I'm very excited to go back and show that real quick here, uh, and then show the difference in hair once I have it styled. I'm not doing any curls or anything. I really want to show you this example with straight hair, because when you curl it, it just hides a lot of the differences, and you're like, huh, did I change it a lot? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Like, it really kind of can change how the outcome looks. So I'm just gonna brush it out here real quick. So honestly, I've been using that Hollywood hair bar, and it just makes my hair after a shower feel like a goddess. It feels so good, and I'm very and you know, when I do these layerings, it really gives my hair a bit more volume and gives it a bit more of a cleaned up look. And definitely when you put curls in this hair, you just feel a million times better. But the differences that I noticed is, especially up here, I was having severe, like, you know, it was kind of uneven. I wasn't really happy with that. And now that I'm noticing, once I pull out little layers, like, I'm not hating it. I'm loving it. And it just gives you that bit more freshness look, instead of just cutting the bottom and being like, okay, there's my day. Very simple, at home, trim your hair and give it a little bit of a layer, a little bit of a style, and it's easy to do. Look at that. We're all done. I love it. Yay! So honestly, I didn't take off as much as I thought I was going to. I would say like the longest hair would probably be like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like my hair was very, you could tell, look how thin this is. My hair was like, it looks like a hairball a cat would throw up. Uh, my hair was thin, and it's just one of those things with hormone change. It can make your hair fall out and get thinner. Taking vitamins really helps it, but also doing annual trims helps it. So during this COVID season, or COVID, I can't even call it a season anymore, yo. During this pandemic, this is just an easy way to do a trim at home and enjoy your hair and just have a really good time with it. And just give yourself a little zhuzh because, you know, everyone's been having like a crazy day and sometimes we need a little zhuzh in our life. Thank you for watching my channel. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Oh, I'm such a butthead. I totally forgot. I would like to show you a picture of before my haircut and after my haircut. Just wanted to give you an example just to let you see how much of a difference it was before and after. Thank you for watching, and you all have a wonderful day.